The famous rice balls with some roasted chicken with the roasted skin on there, and would shoot the cannons and artillery at any sort of forces coming at this way. Jesus, I can't believe some local guy is riding around on a motorbike just asking people to get down and dirty on the streets. I guess that's St. Paul, right? Was St. Paul a one-handed warrior or what?
My grandparents are from India, but I'm born here.
Ah, okay. Yeah. You work here every day?
I work here every day, yeah.
Okay. Wow. I'm at Starbucks because some of my plans just... Alright, so let me catch you up on speed on where I am and how I got here. I'm currently in Malacca, one of the most popular and well-notable cities here on the western coast of the peninsula of Malaysia. I actually came here yesterday. I traveled all the way from the Perhentian Islands to here. It was a chaotic travel day because I was supposed to leave the islands at 12 o'clock, didn't leave till about 1 o'clock. By the time I got across to the ferry jetty and I got onto the van and I got to the airport, it was like almost 3 o'clock and my flight was at 4. And then from there, I took the flight to Kuala Lumpur. I had a bus pre-organized, pre-booked and everything to leave at 6:15, and the bus never came. Then I was supposed to get the bus at 6:45. The bus never came because it broke down. Then I had to wait to 7:45. I don't know what's up with these bus companies or the airport buses or what. I booked online through easybook.com and I booked the transnational bus here in Malaysia. There were some good reviews about it. And the bus was supposed to be here at 6:18, the one I chose. I went to the counter, she gave me a ticket, and she said, okay, it's at 6:36. Bus never showed up. 6:50 comes, a bus shows up with transnational from Malacca, and he's like, no. And I'm like, what? And I went to the counter, and she goes, oh, the bus broke down, so they need to get a new bus. Now 7:45. By the time I arrived here in the city of Malacca, it was like, I don't know, 10 o'clock or something. And I was at Malacca Central, the bus station or the bus terminal. I booked my Grab to my hotel. My hotel or Airbnb is on the coast, pretty far away. Got there. The Airbnb was a little bit of a nightmare because the sheets looked like somebody just had a sexual intercourse action on it. It was disgusting. It was nothing like I've ever seen before. I've seen some stains, yellow stains and things, but this was gross. There was red. There was white stuff everywhere. It was really nasty, so I called my host and I said, look at this, how can you have this for a guest to sleep in? This is gross. And the host immediately moved me to another apartment, which was like a Japanese style. I'll tell you more about the apartment later on. And then this morning they changed the sheets. I was able to go back to the hotel, and now here I am. It is 10 o'clock in the morning. I've come out because I want to do some exploring earlier today. I have some things to do in the evening, and I tried to book a Grab car to go to the old quarter or the old town, and the guy accepted my invitation. He was one street away from me. He was sitting there for 5 minutes, never came to my location where I have the pin, and I go, okay, I'll just walk around the block to see where he is. Freaking guy is just sitting on a payphone, like calling people. Like, why are you gonna accept my trip and not, you know, be ready to take your guests where they need to go? So far, this Malacca trip is really off to not a great start, I'd say, and hopefully it will turn around. We'll see. I'm at the local Starbucks here, just maybe like a 10-minute walk from my Airbnb. I'm gonna go to the Old Town area to explore it a little bit today. Now, my initial plans were to go to a local coffee shop today and to have some local coffee to see what it's like. But after the guy canceled and I was walking down the street, I saw the Starbucks and I said, screw it. I want coffee now. I need to like revive this day, figure out a way to make it better, or this trip so far. And that's exactly what I did. Ordered an expensive Starbucks coffee, and it's alright. Almost 14 ringgit for this, so better be worth what I paid for, right? coffee was good, but I just came over here to where there's this airplane behind me. I just happened to walk through this park and saw this airplane and said, oh, interesting. Maybe I should walk up to it and see what it's like. And I don't really know what this is. Maybe it's some sort of simulation you can do. I'm guessing that's what it is. And then right behind it, there's a museum. So I'm still just wandering around, making my way to the old town. I have no idea what I'm gonna do today, and I have no idea if this video is actually gonna be uploaded. So if you see it, I uploaded it, but today is just I'm on a whim. I'm just going on a whim today. Well guys, I just stopped by the Menara tower here. As I saw it in the distance, I walked closer to it, and then as I got there, they began to go up in the thing. It's like a revolving seating area where you get 360 views of Malacca here, and very fascinating. I asked the lady how much it cost. She said it's like 23 ringgit or something. I bet you can get very good views of it. I'm not going to do it because I have some good views from my apartment, so it's all right, but it's very interesting. It's like a revolving ride. It reminds me of something from a theme park, but very, very cool. A lot of people are going onto it and enjoying views of the city. I'm sure at nighttime it would be pretty fabulous. But also I wanted to say, right below it, they have a lot of tourist things. Like there's a gift shop there, and also there are the people with those bikes. I don't know the exact name for them. Maybe it's something like a, I don't know, tricycle bike. And they're blaring loud music. They have like flowers all over them. They look pretty cool, so you can have a authentic ride in the city. Maybe it's not authentic, I don't know. Also not something that I'm into doing, but now I'm just passing, I don't know what it is, some museum. There's like a ship behind me, a tank, and then this famous boat over here, or ship, I guess you can see. I'm still on my way to the old town. I'm just kind of stopping and looking at things. But I will tell you, it is just as hot here as it is in Kuala Lumpur, the Perhentian Islands, everywhere. It is a very hot time in Malaysia. So, see, don't know who that is, but a friendly guy. Now, if I'm not mistaken, here in Malacca, there's many museums and places to go to learn about history and so on. Like here is the ship, and I don't know if it used to be a river system here and it just sailed and then they left it and they built around it, or if they took it apart and put it back together here. I'm not sure how it went, but very cool. It is closed, you can't go in there right now, it says, but very interesting. I really do need to find something to eat. I am so hungry. There's a bunch of tour groups here walking around as well. I've seen them, and I've seen a few Western tourists as well from maybe the US or Canada or Europe and such. But not a whole lot of tourism here as I thought there was going to be. I don't even know where I'm going, if I can go here or not, but I see a river, so maybe this is where I'm supposed to be to get towards the old town. I have no idea how to get there. Malacca River Cruise. Oh, maybe I should do a river cruise. Well, there was a kind staff member just over there, and she told me how much it costs to go on this river cruise. Apparently the river cruise just goes down the river, sees some important sites, and then comes back for 30 ringgit. And so 35 minutes for 30 ringgit, it's like what, 1 ringgit per minute almost. So I think maybe later on in the evening I could do that. I have some free time later tonight. She said the place closes at 11, so maybe I'll come back and do that, because then it'll be much cooler. Right now it's so damn hot, and it's not really worth being out on a boat on the river. The boat is shaded, but not really worth doing it right now. I think I'd rather do it when it's cooler. So I'm still going to try to go into the old town over here and get something to eat, because I am freaking hungry and sweating. I don't know what that place is there. A hotel, Casa del Rio, Malacca. Looks very nice. There's a pool up on the top. I can see the reflection under that roof. But man, that place looks awesome. I wish I stayed there, if it is a hotel, which I believe it is. I really love how it all looks here though. Like you have the nice architecture over there, the white, the blue, some older buildings with some Chinese on it. Very beautiful. So behind me is actually a fort right here. A very cool, interesting looking fort with a little bit of history. It is just built by like these stone bricks all around. It's very small, but it's aligned with cannons. And from what I read on the sign, it said that it was a little fort designed and set up to deter attacks on the city of Malacca, to prevent any other empires or armies from taking over the city. So the Dutch were stationed here and would shoot the cannons and artillery at any sort of forces coming at this way to try to take over the port, which is very cool. It's a little small preserved piece of history right here in the middle of this central area. Also, to my right over here is a very nice red building. It is the Christ Church of Malacca, and it says it was built in, I think, 1951 after death. AD 1951, I believe. There is very beautiful, a lot of red detail on there and the white windows and things, but I'm not gonna go over there. There's way too many people. There's huge tour groups and a lot of people with umbrellas trying to sell things, I believe. But it's a church. I don't really visit churches so often because to me churches aren't very interesting. I like to look at them sometimes from the outside or go into a few of them when I can, but not today. I'm going to observe it from a far distance. It is very beautiful though, I will say that. Very different from anything I've seen as a church. Holy, it is so damn hot out here, but I just came down the river here because this is one of the most attractive things to do here in Malacca. And actually all the places are like closed right now because it's middle of the day, so I assume they'll be opening in the evening, which means I need to come back this evening. But it is quite beautiful just to walk along the river here, or the harbor, or whatever you want to call it. The buildings have been redone with some color and some restoration to make them look very vibrant. There's a lot of artwork on these buildings. It's a very, very fascinating place to walk. You can walk on each side of the river. There's like the old wooden slabs that are like a boardwalk with the tile that's nice and new, I guess. But it is very beautiful. There's a thing over here that says Dutch Harbor Cafe. There's bars, there's some fruits and ice cream. Many, many things here, but this is definitely a place to be in the evening time. Definitely tell that this part of the river here, this part of the town or the city, is a very night-friendly place, a place to drink, to hang out with friends. There's bars, there's a reggae place, listen to music. I'm sure it's very vibrant and lit up at nighttime. So I'm definitely gonna come back here later on. But first, I'm still in search for some food. If I can find some. I think I have to go inward a little bit, more towards Jonker Street. I did walk by Jonker Street, but I didn't actually go there because there was a lot of people there, very sunny, and I thought, oh, maybe it would be better to go down this river. But I'm still looking, in search for something to eat. I will find something. Oh look, the year we roared together, Tiger Beer. Tiger Beer is one of the official beers here of Malaysia. Apparently, I asked some lady the other day, and that's what she told me, because I thought Carlsberg was, but Carlsberg also has a brewery here where they manufacture and produce some of the beer, but Tiger, I guess, is more popular than Carlsberg. So as you guys can see, the river just keeps going, it bends around, there's more things down there. I think what I'm gonna do is go this way into the town a little bit more and find somewhere to eat in here. As you can see, it's a little bit dark right now. It's because I'm under the shade walking. I really need to get away from this sun. It is so hot that I'm just sweating through my clothes right now, and it's becoming uncomfortable to walk around. But that's the theme right now in Southeast Asia. Hot, sticky, humid, and uncomfortable. But you know, you have to sacrifice sometimes to deal with it, to explore such beautiful cities and countries around Southeast Asia at this time. It's really interesting to see the blend of architecture and influence on the city between, you know, the Dutch, the Portuguese, the British, the Malay, the Indian, the Chinese, and so on. You can really see it with all the different housing structures, colors, style of the architecture, the restaurants, the people around, and everything. It's a very, very beautiful place so far after just being here or exploring around for a couple hours. But I mean, look at the view here. The view is actually pretty beautiful. One of my problems is when I visit a new place, a new city, a new area, and one of the first things I'm trying to do is find some food, I'm often like blocked, or the landscape of the city, the architecture, the new appearance that I'm seeing for the first time also often like obstructs me from finding exactly what it is that I want or searching for food. I say, oh, like, I'm gonna find something in just like, you know, a couple minutes, right? And I pass many restaurants, but then I realize like, oh wow, everything looks so beautiful here. I just want to keep walking around and exploring and seeing different angles. And then I realize like, oh my god, it's been like 3 hours, I still haven't eaten. And that's my problem. Every time I go to a new city, I do that, especially when I don't plan a special place to eat or a specific restaurant. Alright guys, I just found a place to sit down. I believe the name of it is like EG Chicken, or no, Ichiban. Ichiban is the name. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but it's a Chinese restaurant here, very popular I believe. And it's away from the old town area. I've kind of come away from it to head back towards my Airbnb. But this restaurant looks very nice. It's a Chinese restaurant with some like Hainanese culture. And the food looks absolutely famous, but I stopped here for one significant reason, and it's for the famous chicken and rice balls. So I ordered roasted chicken with rice balls, and then I also ordered an iced ribbon tea. I'm not sure what it's called, ribbon with lime or something, but maybe black currant with lime. And it looks like it's gonna be a pretty good meal. I'll show you it when it comes. The restaurant is pretty nice. There's like outdoor seating here where the outdoor is actually blocked off by the sun with these things behind me, curtains or something. They have fans blowing, so it's got a lot of cool, fresh air, good environment. And the guy that helped me to the table, super friendly, and he said if you need any help, just let him know. And also, you order everything on your phone with a QR code, which is very, very easy to do. Ah, okay, thank you. All right, this should be good.
Try a little bit with this.
Okay, spicy?
Not really, very
okay.
Sweet. Then come with the sweet sauce if you like to have some sweet
okay,
sauce.
so mix it?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Some they even put on top of the rice.
Ah.
Maybe you can try.
Okay, thank you so much. Alright guys, I just moved the table a little bit over because the lighting is better coming from that way. But I got the drink here. Let's try it out. The name of it, let me double check. The name is Iced Syrup Lime. Or it did say ribbon or something, but it looks delicious. Oh my god. Wow. That is so good. So refreshing. It's so hot out, so it makes it very, very good. It reminds me of something from childhood, some sort of juice. Oh, I might have to get another one. Alright, now the food has actually arrived here. What we got is the famous rice balls, a 5-piece with some roasted chicken with the roasted skin on there. And it looks very, very moist, very, very beautiful, very, very delicious. And the people are very helpful here. The lady came up to me and she said, oh, dip the rice balls in some of the spicy sauce and the other sauce, I think it's soy or something. But we're gonna dig right in because I'm freaking starving. And I've been waiting too long to eat. So first, I'm gonna try this rice ball, dip in here like she said, and bon appetit. Whoa. Wow, that's so interesting. The rice I've never had that texture of rice before. Obviously the texture is like mushy because it's in a ball, so it doesn't have that hard consistency that most rice have, but it's really, really tasty, and there's some sort of ingredient in it to give the rice some flavor. Wow, it's not very spicy at all. I asked her, she said no, but can I eat it? With a piece of chicken. Wow. That is amazing. There's so much juice on it. This chicken is insanely moist. So tasty. They also serve it with a little bit of cucumber. Get some fruit while you eat it. Try the chicken in the spice. Wow. It's so insane how good this is. I'm gonna have to eat this again while I'm here. Now with the little bit of research I did, I read that the rice balls in this chicken is something that's very, very favorited here in a very popular dish of Malacca, of the Chinese culture. And I'm glad I'm trying it because it's super good. And to be honest, I feel like I haven't really had much Chinese food during this trip. I had more halal and more Indian than anything. Well, the total for this meal came to 17.4 ringgit, which the drink was almost like 3 ringgit, and then the rest was for the chicken and rice. So absolutely phenomenal. I'm gonna finish it up, and then I'm gonna go back to the hotel and chill. And after chilling out for a while, we'll go back to the old town, maybe do a river cruise, and see what the life is like along the river at nighttime. Hopefully it's pretty vibrant. I think it's going to be. Cheers, guys. See you later. All right, guys, it's been a while. I've done a lot of work, and yeah, it's been like 6 hours or something. I want to show you my apartment here. This is where I am staying, my Airbnb. I paid $25 a night for it, so a very, very good price. It is a studio. Now let's just start by where you come in the door. So you walk in the door here, and you just have this small kitchen right here, right? The refrigerator is kind of medium sized, plenty of cabinet space. There's a washer, a stove, a sink, countertop. That's all you really need. Now I should mention, there's actually like nothing in these cabinets. They're pretty much empty. My host did say that you can't cook here. This isn't a place for cooking. So I think maybe they don't want to provide people all of that stuff. They just want people to use it as a place to sleep. Maybe bring some quick meals like, I don't know, soup or something that you can just pour some hot water into. It's kind of interesting, but is what it is. I don't mind eating out, as I like to try the local food out here. So when you come out of the kitchen, this is the main room. You have the dining area here, the table. You can eat, plenty of space for 3 people. There definitely was 4 chairs at one time. Don't know where the other one is, but that's where I'm doing my work right now, and using it as a little storing space. But then here is the main bed. This is the bedding. The bed is pretty cool. It's actually pretty comfortable. I haven't slept on it yet. Nice bedding on here. It's a nice layout. And then here is the wardrobe where you can keep all your clothing. We do have a nice TV. I haven't turned it on, but I'm sure there's probably YouTube on it. It looks like a smart TV. At least I hope it's a smart TV. But then there's like little details that make this room pretty nice. You know, you have 2 shelves. You have some plants up there, a clock, the blue wall. Actually, I should state that this shelf is very unstable, and it looks like it's going to break off because it's only glued on. So I'm not putting anything on there because I don't trust it, and I don't want to be the cause of damages to this place. Even above the bed, there's a mirror, you know, a little bit of shelving, and it's pretty much designed very well. It is like a box bed, so it's sitting up kind of high. There's outlet ports next to the bed. I will say that in this room, they did a good job with the lighting. There's plenty of lighting in here. A little lighting behind the wall, like accent lighting. You have these this lamp, there's just one lamp here. But in this room, the best part is this. It is like a little bench. I don't know what to call it, little lounge area. You can sit up here, enjoy the view of the city. I can see the whole city right here. This way is the sea, and then down there is the traffic going towards the old town area, the old quarter, whatever you want to call it, the historic part. And actually during the day, it's very cool because you can see the mountains in the background. The sunset just happens to, the sunset's here. I just watched the sunset go down. The moon is out there. This is a very, very good view. And the best part about this Airbnb so far, I believe, is this window. It's very nice. You can see the city view from bed. You can sit there, do work, you can chill, whatever it is that you like. It's very beautiful. And then thank God there is a very nice air conditioner that works really well. It stays cool in here pretty well. But then the last part is the bathroom here. Now, it's a basic bathroom. You walk in. I say it's basic, it's not basic actually. Now you walk in, it's a pretty nice bathroom, I would have to say. Probably one of the best bathrooms I've seen so far in an Airbnb. But nice stand-up shower. The whole bathroom is just filled with nice, like gray looking tile. Really, really nice. You have a waterfall shower head. You have the wand to spray yourself. There's a nice Western toilet. Again, what is up with this? Airbnbs in Malaysia, all the bidets are broken. I don't understand. But a nice little floating sink here, a little bit of mirror. And then also on this side here, you have the bathtub with a nice view out to the city. So you can sit there and stare out the city while you take a bath, while you're taking a poop, whatever you're doing. I think that's the whole idea behind this bathroom, is to have a very beautiful view, whether you're in bed, whether you're in the bathtub, whether you're on the crapper, whatever it is that you're doing. But this apartment is super good, very good Wi-Fi, some strong Wi-Fi actually. Upload download speed is about 35, 40 or more. Now, not the strongest, but it works well for me. But there you have it. That is my Airbnb here in Malacca. Very nice view. It's in a building called the Imperial Residences. I don't know if it's Chinese or something, but there's Chinese writing on it. So maybe it was built by a Chinese company or a Chinese real estate developer or something like that. But a super, super nice place right here on the edge of the water. I'm staying pretty far from the old quarter area. And yeah, it was worth my budget, and it was a good pick for the amount of money I was willing to spend in the quality that I was looking for. I couldn't really find something too close to the city because I booked kind of last minute. But it is what it is. I can just take a grab car there very quickly, which we're about to do. About to go back into the area over there and explore it at nighttime now and see what it's like. Now we're on to explore more of the city of Malacca here in Malaysia. I think I'm actually going to take a grab car because it's a really far walk and I do not feel like walking that far again. I already did it today, which was like 30 minutes one way. Hello. Are you from Malacca?
No, I'm from another state.
South, north?
North.
Penang?
Perak.
No, I don't know.
Before Penang,
Yeah.
you must through Perak first.
Okay.
Okay, then you can find Penang.
After Ipoh?
Yeah, Ipoh is Perak.
Okay.
Ipoh, yeah.
Okay.
You ask Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Right.
Old man. Old
Which
man.
better? Biden or Trump?
I don't know. They're both crazy.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Crazy of power, crazy of money.
Yeah. We need a young president.
No.
Somebody like 40 years old. 50. Not
Fresh.
70.
Yeah, fresh idea, right?
Yes, yes.
Like Trump just thinking about the money.
Oh, yeah. Businessman.
Businessman.
Alright guys, we made it. Successful grab, 6 ringgit, very, very affordable. And nice conversation with that man. He spoke a little bit of English, but it was funny to have a conversation with him. But yeah, look at all the bikes here that are lit up. Usually they're blaring like the most obnoxious like EDM type music, but not tonight, I guess. But I'm definitely not riding one of those, no way. What I'm gonna do is go find some food because I'm starving. We're gonna hit up the Jonker Street area, see if there's any food around here without getting hit by a car. Oh wow, the river is so lit up. Wow. I don't know, man. Maybe we should do a boat ride. It looks really beautiful. Alright guys, we're currently walking down Jonker Street right now. Obviously, like I said earlier in this video, it's not the weekend, so it's not as chaotic and crazy that it's going to be on the weekend. Actually, it looks pretty dead, to be honest. Maybe there'll be a few places open. We're going to see. We're going to circle this area and go near the river and stay in this area for the rest of the night, but it's very beautiful because there's lots of lanterns hanging. It's very well lit up with the red neon signs and other things, and I smell a lot of food, so there's got to be something good to eat around here. Right now it's feeling like I'm in Thailand. I keep seeing all these neon lit signs of like a foot, meaning that it's a foot massage place. And it's crazy because I didn't know there was so many foot massage places here, but they're everywhere. Like there's so many of them on the street, and I guess it's normal because everyone's walking around and whatnot, so people want to kind of like rejuvenate their feet so they can get back on the road and keep walking and touring around the city, but I didn't expect there to be so many of them. Hello. But yeah, there's lots of tourists in this area as well right now that I'm seeing. I've already passed like maybe 20 different tourists in big groups. So my only problem right now is that it's almost 9 o'clock. I had to come out late because I had work to do, and I just gotta find a place that's actually open. This place is closed. It has chendol. There's this dude like harassing me right now. I hope he gets lost. He was like trying to hit on me because at first I saw him go by me and he slowed down and just looked at me, and I was like, okay, that was weird. Maybe he's like a moto taxi guy or something, right? And then he circled back around and he stopped me and he was like, oh, you making a video? And I was like, yeah, making a video. And he was like, oh, okay, handsome you. And I was like, okay, thank you. Okay, bye-bye. And then I kept going, and I kept filming like the area around me, right? And then he came back to me. He came circling again, and he was asking me, he's like, you homosexual or heterosexual and stuff. And I was like telling him like, nah, like I'm not into what you're asking. I have a girlfriend. I'm good. And I was like, what the hell? That was just a really strange experience. I don't know why that happened, but Jesus, I can't believe some local guy is riding around on a motorbike just asking people that maybe look good and that might be gay to get down and dirty on the streets. Like, damn, that was shocking. Guy threw me out of my rhythm. He was a little too persistent. I thought I was gonna have to, you know, knock him over or do something, because he kind of parked up his bike and I thought, oh no, he better not be coming near me. And I was like on a not a dead end street, but I was coming near the end of a street where it was a little dark, and I was like, oh hell no, this is not about to go down. I was about to have to pull some kung fu moves. I don't even know kung fu. One of the things I do like about Malacca so far is just how walkable this little river is. It feels really, really cool to just walk down the river like this, to have pathways on each side. It actually reminds me of like Europe and some of the rivers in Europe. I haven't experienced something like this, I don't think, in other places in Asia yet. Maybe, oh, actually in Vietnam I saw one city had something like this, but it wasn't as vibrant, wasn't as cool as this one is here. This one is very fascinating. Lots of artwork on the wall too, across the way. It's all lit up, very nice. So there was a few places that I passed that I could have sat down and ate something and drank something, but the problem is they're playing music, and I don't want to have to deal with that YouTube with music in the background and, you know, trying to edit it out. It's too much of a headache, so I'm trying to find a place that is quiet with no music. Alright guys, I'm diverting to a different plan. I'm gonna go along the main road here and walk towards where I'm staying and find something to eat over here. I was hoping that there was gonna be street food in that area over there by the waterway and stuff, but there was nothing. So let's find some food over here. Alright guys, it is the next day. Last night I kind of said, that's it, no more. I'm gonna go back to the apartment and rest because I was pretty beat and I didn't really see too many food options that late at night. So I just hit up the 7-Eleven. I had some noodles and brought it back to the apartment and just chilled out. But today I've come back out just for a short little while because I don't want to be out too long today. I want to recover, rest, do some editing and whatnot. But I've come up here to the church or the hill of St. Paul, I believe, Bukit Melaka. And all you gotta do is climb these steps to get up to the top. And there's not that many steps, but I'll tell you what, the incline, these steps, they remind you of how much you are out of shape. And myself, I wish I was in better shape, but I guess I'm in terrible shape because I'm breathing like a panda running in the desert. Beautiful views though, that's for sure. Hi St. Paul. So you might ask, what am I doing today here in Malacca? Well, I'm going to visit this hill. I'm going to see this little ruin place here, check out the view really quickly, and then probably hit up the mall for some air conditioner and then go back to the apartment so I can get working on these edits, because as of filming this right now, I've only posted one video from Malaysia during my second time here, and it has already been more than 10 days in Malaysia. It's horrible, I know, but I have been running around like the Tasmanian devil filming, so lots and lots of videos coming for you guys, trust me. But first, before we make it up there to the hill to see St. Paul, to see the ruin and everything, let's just admire this view. Let's take in the beauty of Malaysia really quickly while I catch my breath. Well guys, from this view here over the sea here, the Malacca Straits, you can see a lot of nice monuments or tourist attractions or points of interest, such as the Menara Tower you have there. You have the big ship as well, and I'll tell you what, the sea looks incredibly beautiful from here, even though it is a gray, cloudy day. But I just love seeing the red roofs. Oh, this kid's going crazy. But seeing the red roofs and then seeing a few of the blue roofs contrasting in between is very, very beautiful and picturesque. And it's a little bit breezy today, a little bit windy, and I'm kind of glad because it makes you feel a lot cooler. But there are some cargo ships out there that you can see in the distance. And there is this ugly Holiday Inn as well. It's behind me. I guess that's St. Paul, right? But my question is, was St. Paul a one-handed warrior or what? Because he is missing a hand. Something happened to it. I guess either somebody knocked it down, erosion, weather, long time just being up here. Something happened to it because he's missing an arm. Hopefully they fix it because he looks a little strange with one less arm, or one less hand I should say. He's just missing a hand, I don't know. You were selling things?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
You speak fluent Spanish?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yo puedo hablar un poco,
Yeah.
pero quiero.
Por aquí. ¿Cómo te llamas?
Me llamo Mateo.
I think it's widely spoken in the world, you know, Spanish.
Yeah. 20 something countries.
Yeah. South America, Central America, you know.
Yeah. Are you Malay?
Me? Mm-hmm. I'm an Indian.
Indian.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
my origins.
Are you from India?
My
Or were you
grandparents
born
are
here?
from India, but I'm born here.
Ah, okay. You work here every day?
I work here every day. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Beautiful building.
Thank you. About 600 years.
600 years old.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not so long compared to many ancient monuments in the world, but not bad. You know.
Right. But older than the United States.
Really?
Yeah. The United States is maybe 300 years old.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the land was there before.
Yeah, of course. You mean when it was discovered? You mean?
Yeah, when we had independence. Yeah. But there's many historical places here, so it's very beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, the Portuguese was here, the Dutch was here, you know, the Japanese was here.
Right.
Yeah. The Spanish went to the Philippines. They didn't come here.
Yeah, I know.
The French went to Indochina.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow, guys, this is a very, very fascinating structure here. One of the oldest structures, maybe in the area, but not in Asia as of a whole. But one of the guys outside that's selling some products on the other side, he was just telling me it's about 600 years old. Very, very old. And I was saying to him, I was laughing because I was like, oh wow, that's older than the independence of the United States, which is true. But I really like the structure of it, the building. You can see that the stones, they're like weathered, they're kind of falling apart. But if it wasn't like that, it wouldn't look as cool, I think. Like if it was in perfect condition, it'd be like, okay, it's cool. But when you see it, how it's like deteriorating and how the wind has created some erosion on it, it makes it look a lot better and you appreciate it a lot more, I believe. But it's a very, very cool building. And from what I gathered is that this building actually was the administration center for the kingdom at the time here. And they built walls all around it where they would gather these big stones, these big blocks from the islands nearby. And they would stack them up around as like a perimeter, as like a wall of defense. And that's how it is. But there's a car down here, I'm going to try to show you guys, that's very old. And I don't know who it belongs to, but there's a cat sleeping on it. And it's very cute. I'll tell you what though, it's starting to fill up. There's actually a lot of tourists coming in here, some groups and stuff. And there's like this steel cage in the middle. I don't know what's up with it, but people are throwing coins in it. It looks like it goes down to maybe where there was like a tomb or a grave or something. And people threw coins into it. Like why? It's not like a wishing well. I don't know why people do that. Maybe it's certain tourists, they believe they're gonna get good luck or something, but kind of strange. But if you look over here on the back side of it, there are lots of tombs or graves, we can say. Very old, and I guess we can walk down there, so we'll walk down, we'll take a look, we'll see what it's like. But I want to say that when I was just on the other side, the guy that was selling all of these supplies, he was selling the binoculars and stuff. I didn't take a video of it too much, but he was speaking to me that he thought I was Spanish. He was saying hola, and I was like, oh, I can speak a little bit of Spanish, but I'm not fluent, I'm from the US. And he's like, oh yeah, people in the US, they know Spanish, right? It's like, yeah, you know, some people know it. But very friendly guy. He was born here, but his relatives, his family comes from India, and very friendly, just selling some gifts, I guess, that you could buy, like magnet stickers and things like that. But one thing for sure is all the people here are super friendly, no matter where they originate from. They're all friendly people. So an interesting piece of information that I just kind of eavesdropped on one of the local guys that were there is that if you look at the structure of the St. Paul's Church here, right? The base of it, which is the foundation, right? The foundation used to be totally covered. It was fully in the ground. And the ground was built up to it, to where the bottom level was the ground that you stand on. But today, over the last 600 years, the ground, the hill has eroded so much that that foundation is totally exposed now. And my guess is they're doing what they can to support the foundation and to make it structurally safe. That way it doesn't collapse, because obviously when the foundation is in the ground, it's more sturdy. The soil around it compacts it in and makes it so that the foundation isn't going to wiggle or move or anything, right? But it's interesting that the foundation is totally exposed, so the ground level is actually now like basement level on some sides. One side is still up, but maybe because they have maintained it to make sure that one side is very level, but the back side of it, the entrance or where you can walk around, is near the basement of it. But now I'm walking just along this pathway where these tombs are, these graves, and a little bit eerie. They're very old. I don't know if there's still somebody in there or not. Maybe there is, but I can see some dates on them that date back to like 1861, or no, 1851 on this one, but it's AD 1851. But I will say that the engraving or the engravement on these tombs has definitely weathered away as well, so it's kind of hard to read. You should definitely try to refurbish them up a little bit, because it'd be interesting if you can read it better. You really have to try to, you know, fill in the blanks or fill in the letters to fully understand it. But nonetheless, St. Paul's Church there, interesting piece of history. Kind of gives you some vibes of like Greece and Rome, even though I've never been there, but I've seen plenty of videos and read about it. Something like that, you know, because you don't see that as much here in Asia or Southeast Asia. You see more of like temples and things like that, but this is, you know, a little bit more similar to the Western history, I guess. But I should say, like I've already mentioned, I think in this video, that is because there was so much influence of different nations and stuff invading and trying to take over this area because of the Malacca Strait. You know, the Portuguese, the Dutch, the Spanish, or not the Spanish, sorry, and the British, and on it goes, probably. Guys, okay, I found a little piece of information here. This is the Dutch graveyard, and it was used at the end of the last 17th century. So here there are graves from the Dutch and from the British. So very, very old, 17th century, wow. Well, there you have it, guys. It's been a long vlog, I believe, for my time here in Malacca. Just one video on the channel, and I think it's good enough. I spent a little bit of time here. I've done a lot of walking around. I've taken in some of the sites, the history and everything. And I totally recommend you come here, visit, check it out. You only need a few days here maximum. But if you want to experience the night market, Jonker Street, Walking Street, when it is fully alive and the crowds are there, you need to be there on the weekend, not during the week like I am. So other than that, yeah, I think I'm gonna end the video here with that St. Paul's Church walk around. It was interesting, and now I just gotta worry about editing this video. It's gonna take forever because there's so much footage to go through. Maybe this might be one of the longer videos I do in a while, but that is it. That is it here from Malacca in Malaysia. Somebody just beeped at me saying, "What's up, peace?" But yeah, that's gonna be it from Malacca, Malaysia, and my time here. I guess I will see you guys soon, in a couple days, maybe one day, something, I don't know, from either somewhere else here in the peninsula of Malaysia, or possibly another part of Malaysia that we haven't been yet. So see you guys soon. Peace.